All right, welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're going to tackle a skill that can literally make or break any project, and that's the art of requirements prioritization.
So, let me ask you, does this sound familiar? You've got stakeholders clamoring for everything, your feature list is a mile long, and somehow every single item is flagged as urgent. Yeah, it's a classic recipe for total chaos, right? It leads to a stressed out team, blown budgets, and that dreaded scope creep where a project just balloons out of control.
So, how do you even begin to solve that puzzle? The answer is prioritization. It's the essential discipline that cuts right through all that noise, and it turns that chaotic wish list into a clear, focused roadmap that actually leads to success. So let's break down how it all works. At its core, prioritization is actually beautifully simple. It's all about making sure your team is always, and I mean always, working on the most valuable thing at any given moment. This isn't just about making a list. It's a strategic process for focusing your team's precious energy where it truly counts, making sure you're delivering real value early and often. Okay, so how do we actually bring some structure to all this? Well, one of the most effective tools out there is the Moscow method. It's a simple but super powerful framework that helps everyone, teams, stakeholders, you name it, have the right conversation and make clear, decisive choices. And this breaks it down beautifully. I love this analogy. Think of it like packing a suitcase for a trip. Your passport and tickets, those are your must-haves. I mean, the trip is a complete non-starter without them, right? A good book for the flight is a should-have. It's important, but you'll survive. An extra pair of shoes, that's a could-have, a nice-to-have, if you've got the space. And your entire board game collection? Yeah, that's a won't-have for this trip. It's just a really simple way to separate what's critical from what's optional. Now, this method is an absolute game changer in those fast-paced, agile environments. When you need to make smart, structured decisions on the fly, just to keep a project moving, Moscow gives you that clarity you need to focus on delivering value in every single sprint. But here's the catch, and it's a big one. A great framework like Moscow, that's only half the battle. A tool is only as good as the people using it, and that's where the real secret ingredient comes in: collaboration. I mean, think about it. If just one person or one department is setting priorities all on their own, in a vacuum, those priorities are almost guaranteed to be biased. A tech lead might push for what's technically interesting, while a sales lead might want the one feature their latest client asks for. The result is often unrealistic and just doesn't serve the real needs of the business. So what's the answer? Well, the only way to really get this right is to bring everyone to the table. Real value is unlocked when you get business folks, the technical team, and even end users talking to each other. That's how you build a genuine consensus around what truly matters most to everyone. And hey, here's a really common trap you need to watch out for. Sometimes priorities get assigned super early in a project, almost as a guess. The danger is that these early assumptions can stick. They get written down, maybe signed off on, and suddenly they're official, all without anyone ever really challenging if they're still the right priorities. So always make sure you're validating priorities, not just inheriting them. Okay, so after all this effort, what's the real payoff? I mean, why is taking the time to prioritize properly so absolutely critical for success? Well, the benefits are just massive. They cover everything from optimizing your resources to managing risk. But the big ones? You get everyone on the same page, which is huge. You get firm control of your scope. And most importantly, you make sure you're maximizing your return on investment by focusing only on what really truly matters. So if you take just one thing away today, let it be this: prioritization isn't some mechanical checklist exercise. It's a living, breathing negotiation. It's really just a structured conversation that helps you balance all those competing needs, limited resources, and different perspectives to find the absolute best way forward for your project. If you want to dive deeper into this and a whole lot more, you can check out The Essential Business Analyst: Mastering Business Analysis in the AI Age. We've dropped a link for you in the description. If you got some value out of this explainer, do us a favor and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Thanks so much for watching.